Welcome, Climate Viewers. Jim Lee from ClimateViewer News at ClimateViewer.com. And you heard it here first. Back in December, early December, December 4th, as I recall, Frank Tarrant, friend of mine on Twitter, told me about a website called makesunsets.com. So I actually mentioned this at the end of my Water Wars for Dummies, the last of my For Dummies series. I mentioned this website to people who don't believe that geoengineering is occurring today. And it's really one of many different geoengineering projects going on around the world. Going to cover that in the next video. But I want to talk about a massive blow, uppercut, knock to the noggin, burst of balloons that just happened. Mexico banned geoengineering. How did we get here? Why did all this happen? And how did it happen so damn fast? And what does it actually mean? All that coming up right now and more. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching this on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, and many other streaming sites to come in the near future, because we have got to diversify. We are going to be back on D Live, probably on Twitch, Theta, and a bunch more. I'm going to spread this as far and as wide as possible. Lots to come. If you're watching it somewhere else, come over to YouTube, hold your nose for a second, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, smash the like button, and dip out. Leave a comment if you feel the need. And you can always support my work at connect.climateviewer.com and find links to all of the new things, new websites, new social, anti-social medias, all of the things, all one place. So let's get it. All right. Okay, let's go here and let's actually hit that. So I brought this website up in the video. The video was right here. And, you know, this was in my Water Wars for Dummies. If you guys haven't watched it, it's, go to @ClimateViewer on YouTube or on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey. You could watch the entire thing. But, right about here towards the end, I started to explain that geoengineering is occurring today, and people don't understand, how many rogue geoengineers there are. And I wanted to bring this to people's attention, and shortly thereafter, I made this video, HARP scans asteroid and make sunsets geoengineering today, because it turns out that after mentioning make sunsets in my video on December 4th, on December 24th, they did an interview with MIT Technology Review. A startup says it's begun releasing particles into the atmosphere, an effort to tweak the climate. Now, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that somebody with a small little channel like myself mentioning something at the tail end of a video and then 20 days later, they're now being featured on MIT Technology Review so they can get their side of the story out there? Make Sunsets is already attempting to earn revenue for geoengineering, a move likely to provoke widespread criticism. All links in the details. Everything you're seeing right now already in the details. So, I'm not going to read it for you. Take the time to read it. I want to keep these videos short. And we'll do the long chat format on Sundays. We'll get back to that. And of course, I mentioned it in here because it was also covered on theblaze.com. Blaze Media rogue geoengineering outfit claims to be dumping unmonitored particles into the stratosphere to change the weather. December 27th. Of course, my video was made on January 2nd, the follow-up video. And what do you know? Things got, pretty quickly out of hand. Inventor in Baja is testing a plan to cool the earth by mimicking a volcanic eruption. And you can actually see Luke Eisman conducting his balloon launch in April 22nd before Make Sunsets was formally incorporated And this is on his property in Baja, California. It says later on here, Luke Eisman launching balloon April 22nd on his property in Baja, California. As you can see right there. So that's where I got the picture from. That is the actual geoengineering balloon. And let's just for a second talk about how scientific this rogue geoengineer is. He literally said, I took a weather balloon and I put some sulfur in it and I just threw it up in the air, and I'm not even sure exactly what altitude it burst, but bro, I'm geoengineering. I'm saving the planet, dog. I'm cooling it down. I'm keeping it cool. Cool as ice. Ice like icebergs. What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's just absolutely damn ridiculous. Why is the chat box not working? It's got one comment, and there's been 7 since. Stupid chat box. Work. Oh, much fail. But anyway, of course, that's why I got the picture here at the beginning. That's where that came from. Now that we cleared that up. I don't know why chat's just stuck. Refresh. Anyway, we'll leave that out of it. So anyway, then we flash forward to here. Oh no, January 18th. Mexico bans solar geoengineering experiments after startup's field test. The startup tried to launch sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere from Baja, California, and now the government of Mexico is cracking down. So I went to the original La Experimentación con Geoengineering Solar no será permitida in Mexico. Since yo hablo español un poquito, we're going to go and get the English version of that. And I use translate.google.com. Experimentation with solar geoengineering will not be permitted in Mexico. This is straight from government.mx, so gob.mx. And they basically lay it out here that to prohibit in its case to stop the practice of experimentation with solar geoengineering in the country, the government of Mexico, through the interinstitutional coordination between the Secretariat of Environment and Natural Resources and the National Council of Science and Technology, will carry out actions attached to the precautionary principle to protect communities and environmental environments. Hey, it's a translation, okay? Google's not perfect, right? You know what I'm saying? They're not perfect. Interesting. So there's that. Speaking of, shout out to Semper Fry, awesome hot sauce in the chat. If you want your hot sauce hot and you want your spice to burn on the way down and make your butthole pucker and make your lips salivate, God forbid you touch your eyeballs, get some Semper Fry hot, awesome hot sauce at semperfryllc.com and use that code plain farts to help with the burn, because it's gonna burn, and if you like it hot, that's where you get it at. Fellow truther in the chat, what's up, man? Semper Fry, awesome hot sauce in the chat. Just had to mention it. We're back to the show. You can't read a damn thing I got going on here, huh? So anyway, here's the translation, and this is the irony of it. So any of you who've been to weather modification history, weathermodificationhistory.com, you already know this. This is in the timeline on weather modification history. Geoengineering has been banned since 2010. It was banned at the Convention on Biological Diversity, the Organization of the United Nations, of which Mexico is a part, established in 2010 a moratorium that is still in effect against deployment of geoengineering. So what's the big deal here? All right, so let's get this straight. I just want to be very clear about this. Make Sunsets decides on their own, second time in history, rogue geoengineer caught red-handed, then brags about it. First time was Russ George, ocean iron fertilization, made a big phytoplankton bloom, part of the Haida Salmon Restoration Project. The phytoplankton was visible from space, from him dumping iron in the ocean to help bring the salmon back to the island because international fishing took it away. But it's also considered a geoengineering experiment. Nothing was done to him. Now you've got Luke Eisman from Make Sunsets, rogue geoengineer, throwing balloons in the air to mimic volcanoes, stratospheric aerosol injection, solar radiation management, this stuff. Second time this has happened. It's been banned since 2010, according to the United Nations, according to the Convention for Biological Diversity, according to also the UN agreement on the Kyoto Protocol on ozone depletion. There's a whole bunch of rules out there that say you can't geoengineer. Has this stopped anybody? No. So on the one hand, I'm kind of excited that it's in the news that Mexico has had the cojones to ban geoengineering in addition to the ban that was already there. And then there's like the weather warfare ban of 1978, which really doesn't mean a damn thing. So at the end of the day, all that has happened is a dude threw a balloon in the air to do geoengineering. The government of Mexico said, you're bad, you broke rules, and we're going to write another rule that says that that's not allowed. However, let me get this straight. There's not a damn thing we can do about it, but it is banned, and you are bad, and you should stop. Meanwhile, nothing has been done about the airline industry, the plane farts, any of the other geoengineering going on, because that's not geoengineering. That's just an accidental geoengineering, according to Chuck Long from NOAA, according to, all of these individuals. It's just an accident. Ship tracks covering the entire Pacific Ocean. Just an accident. It's not a program. It's not a geoengineering program. You're a conspiracy theorist, dog. But this dude, he's bad because he threw 2 balloons in the air. He threw 2 balloons in the air. And that's rogue geoengineering. So bad that the big, mighty government of Mexico wrote a ban on geoengineering when there's already a ban on geoengineering. So at the end of the day, on the one hand, I'm excited that it's brought to the attention of a lot of people. Maybe more people will actually look into why geoengineering's bad. I do want to point this one out for the record, because I think you guys might find this funny. And I'm willing to bet that Luke Eisman does not mean what he says right here. So to finish this video off, I wanted to do a little, fact checking. So I was looking at his frequently asked questions, and right here in the middle, I think you guys can all see this. I would like you to stop doing this. Blink. And we would like an equitable future with breathable air and no wet bulb events for generations to come. Convince us there's a more feasible way to buy us time to get there, and we'll stop. We'll happily debate anyone on this. Just confirm an audience of at least 200 people, and we'll find the time to try and convince you. So I sent him I went right up here to their little contact page. I filled it out and I said, name James Lee, email jim@climateviewer.com, phone number 803-450-4305. And I said, what's up, dog? I have an audience of 23,000 subscribers, and that's not including the BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and all of the people who mirror my stuff here, there, and everywhere. And I run climateviewer.com and weathermodificationhistory.com, and I would love to have a frank discussion with you about this topic. So anybody, take your bets now. Do you think Luke Eisman will happily debate anyone on this? Or do you think he's going to just shut up, tuck tail, and hope that the cloud passes on by? We all know the answer to that question. I've had a open invitation to anybody, anytime, anywhere, with any moderator or none at all, to debate this topic. And I gladly will. And I've had conversations with people I disagree with. Watch the one with Mick West. Watch, Jim Lee versus Mick West. Chemtrail debunker versus Chemtard himself. And I kept my cool, and we had a great conversation. He lost wholehandedly. And I'm pretty sure Luke might actually, if he doesn't already know, learn a thing or two about why geoengineering is not a solution. It's a bad idea and should never, ever be done. And even though the United Nations and now Mexico have banned geoengineering, writing words on a sheet of paper does not mean a damn thing to these climate cultists who think they can control the weather, control the climate. Climate changers are technocrats. They're elitists, and they think they know better than everybody else. But at the end of the day, there ain't a fucking weatherman on the planet that can predict the weather 7 days from now. And there ain't a geoengineering scientist who will admit in public that what they are talking about doing, they have no clue what the real world ramifications of that will be. And that is the whole story. So yeah, bravo. Good job, Mexico. You really put Luke Eisman and Make Sunsets in their place. But at the end of the day, troll's going to troll. Geoengineer's going to geoengineer. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. With information comes power. With power comes great responsibility. So please share this stream. Share this video with many people as you possibly can in the weirdest ways you can think of. Download it, send it to your grandmammy, play it at, a family, thing, and just be like, you don't believe this geoengineered thing's real? It is. It's happening all the time. Even dumbasses in Baja, California, just throwing balloons in the sky because they believe global warming is going to kill us tomorrow. Please share, comment, like, subscribe, do all the usual things. Come back and see me sometime. Hit me up, jim@climateviewer.com. If you got any breaking news, I always love covering the breaking news, and I'm going to give you my unfiltered opinion about it. So, Mexico bans geoengineering. Does it mean much? Not much. Unless you can read Spanish and you're actually scared of the Mexican government or the United Nations. Sanction me with your army, bitches. Oh, wait. You don't have one. I guess you better shut the up. Attack ideas, not people. If the video resonates with you, leave me a comment because I love hearing from y'all. First time here, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Yeah! Remember, it would be impossible for me to do this without your support, so please join my Patreon or buy me a coffee on PayPal. And always, attack ideas, not people.